Blind faith. Is this something we have as Muslims? Because right now, I've been accused of it a lot of times. Blind faith. Do I have blind faith? Do Muslims or people who believe, do they have blind faith? Blind faith, we need to define it, right? Blind faith is blindly following something, someone, without knowing what it is, without questioning it, without knowing if it's real or whatever. Blind faith to our parents, for example. We have blind faith to our parents. Our parents tell us to do something as a kid. We're not going to question, hey, who are you to tell me what to do? No, we accept it. Why? Because they're our parents. We accept it. But when it comes to religion, it's difficult for a lot of people. They can't just accept it. And if we do accept it from outside, it looks like we're following blindly, but that's not what we're doing. The way it works is with our questions, with our logic, with all of this exploring, we find out, is there a God? Is there a God? That's what we have to find out. Once we establish the basis of, yes, there is a God, in fact, there is for sure a God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, now, why do I have to question why I have to do the things that I have to do? Why do I have to question why the women have to wear hijab? Why do I have to question why we cannot eat pork? I'm not saying there aren't amazing reasons and amazing benefits behind these things. There are perfect reasons for everything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us to do and not to do. There are perfect reasons for it. But we don't have to question to follow. And it's also not blind faith. Why? Because we established the base of Allah is real and the Quran is the word of Allah. Knowing this, if the Quran tells me to do A, I don't have to say, why do I have to do A? No, I just have to do A. Am I allowed to get to know why? Yeah, of course. If you are a non-believer and you want to know more about Islam, you want to ask these questions, of course, you have to ask these questions to get into the religion. Ask these questions. But the moment that you're in the religion, you can also, by the way, you always keep on asking questions. You always keep on seeking knowledge. It's extremely important. Allah also tells us to do this. We have to do this. But, don't think that it's an excuse for you to ask questions. And just because you don't understand the reason, or you don't agree with the reason, or whatever it may be, now you're going to refrain from doing the action. I've spoken to people who listen to music. I show in the hadiths, in everything, music is haram. But they don't think that reason is good enough, or they don't see it as a valid reason, or they don't see this, they don't see that. Because they don't like that reason, because it's not valid, they'll still keep on listening to music. And see, maybe it's not even haram, it's not even bad, or whatever. Why? Because they don't follow the basis. The basis is Allah tells us to do something, we do it. Allah tells us not to do something, we don't do it. That is our basis. Our bases are not the reasons why. For example, with the pig, so many people say this. The pig, we don't eat it. Why? Because Allah said so. Is there a reason for it? Yes. One reason, for example, is the pig is impure. But we're not eating the pig because it is impure. That's not the reason. The reason is because Allah said so. Please understand the fact. Please understand the fact. Because now, if they go to the lab and they make a pig which is pure, Allah said the pig is impure, but right now we create a pig which is pure, a pure pig, a healthy pig. It is not dirty, it is really healthy. You will eat it, it's going to be so healthy for you. Are you going to eat this pig right now? As a Muslim, are you going to eat this pig? This pure pig? No. Why not? Because we follow Allah. We don't follow the reason, we follow Allah. It's good to have the reason, and sometimes we don't know the reason, and sometimes Allah doesn't tell us the reason. Sometimes it doesn't tell us the reason. I've seen a lot of people say Allah has a reason for everything. Yes, but He doesn't always say the reason for everything. In Islam, how many wives can we have? 4. We can have 4 wives. Why not 2? Why not 3? What's wrong with having 3 wives? What's wrong with 2? Why not 5 or 6 or 10? Why 4? Why is that the maximum? Did Allah give us the reason? It's 4 because of this? He says it's not 5 because of this. Does He say the reason? He doesn't. So He doesn't give the reason with everything. Why do we maximum have 4 wives? Because Allah said so. That is the basis. Is it blind faith? No, it's not blind faith. Because first we established that Allah exists. We established that the Quran is the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And now everything that follows after this, we just always go back to the basis. And the basis is Allah told us so. It's that simple. Just a quick clarification. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace.